Yes, people. Yes, people. We're going to be talking about the FA Cup. Arsenal's Cup. This is Arsenal's Cup. We always win this cup. You know what? I might have just jinxed it, but hey, what are you going to do? I've done that a lot recently. Now, we got Kendall with us. Kendall, what's up?
Yeah, I'm good.
Chilling. So, yeah, usually I say a little bit before I cue the intro. So, big up to everybody watching. We just hit 2,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody, for all your support. And you know what? Let's try to at least get to 100 likes on this video. I know that's very ambitious, but hopefully we can get to 100 likes. Get those likes up, people. And you know what? Big thumbs up for everybody who's watching. Big up to everybody supporting already. And you know what? Let's cue that intro. Bang. Yeah, so Kendall, you passed test one. Most of the time, people are dancing in the background when they hear the beat, but you're just like, it's whatever.
It's because I can't hear it. It's on mute because I'm using my phone, so it normally is on mute. So it says tap for
Okay,
sound, so I couldn't hear it anyway. So that's why.
there you go, there you go. So yeah, so if you guys don't already know, Arsenal is going to be playing Newcastle in the FA Cup. We faced each other in the FA Cup before, and I think you guys have beaten us in the early years. And then recent years, we beat every time we faced you in the FA Cup, we've beaten you. And in the league, also, we've had your number most of the time. I can't really remember the last time you guys gave us a big game. Like, was that high scoring 3-3? When
Yeah,
was the last
possibly.
time?
The only like really big game that stands out for me, like I wouldn't even say it was recently because it was like I was 16, so like 2011 is like obviously the 4-4. That's the only game anyone ever remembers of Arsenal and Newcastle when Cheikhchioto scored. So that's the
Yeah,
only one anyone ever really remembers. To be fair,
he
um,
passed away recently, right?
yeah, he did. I
Yeah.
don't know if it was last year or the
R.I.P.
year
to that.
before. Yeah,
No, yeah. So I got our last six. What is it? 6 fixtures that we face each other. So I'll put it up right now just so you can see it. Honestly, I love to see when we win, but of course, Newcastle. We should. You guys used to be a much bigger outfit before that. So this is what 2017 1-0 to the Arsenal. 2018 2-1 to Newcastle. What was that? That was an EPL game, right? Then you got 2-1 to Arsenal, get 2-1 to Arsenal, 2-0 to Arsenal, 1-0 to Arsenal.
yeah.
And last year, under Mikel Arteta, we actually won a game 4-0. If people don't remember, that
Wow.
was one of the last games before. That was the second last game before COVID, I think. Am I wrong?
Yeah, yeah. No, you're not because I went to the game at the Emirates. So, yeah, because we played Burnley after that, and that was the last one. So yeah.
Okay. And you know what? The people in the comment section are already coming in big time. My guy's saying I jinxed it already. Egal, hi, Egal and Kendall, hi to you.
Hello.
We got Nasser. And then you know what, Kendall, first thing, since it's your first time on the show, I just want to know a little bit more about you. How did you become a Newcastle fan? How did you become an Atletico Madrid fan? Did you actually live in Newcastle? I don't even know what a Newcastle accent sounds like. So if you were from Newcastle, I wouldn't even be able to hear it, right? So just tell us a little
Um,
bit more about yourself. And we got
yeah.
our guy
So
Fresh in the background.
I am from Durham, which is like 12 miles south of Newcastle, so not far. So where I live is actually 12 miles to Sunderland and 12 miles to Newcastle. So growing up, it's like you either support Sunderland or Newcastle, basically. My whole family support Newcastle from like my great granddad. Sir Bobby Robson is my uncle through marriage, well, my great uncle through marriage. So Newcastle United is just kind of in my blood. I wouldn't really be allowed
Wow.
to have it any other way. And with regards to Atletico, when I was 9, saw a game on holiday. It was actually against Barcelona reserves. 20-year-old Fernando Torres, who was just coming up to captain in Atletico at the time, fell in love with him, followed his career and followed Atletico with and without him. So yeah.
Yeah, and we are just literally talking about just a few minutes ago. I was telling you how I get a lot of grief for being an Arsenal fan, and people are like, "Oh, you're not from the UK. You'll never understand how it is." Do you get that with Atletico?
Not necessarily. It's more like Atletico Madrid fans are quite like welcoming to you. It's more like Premier League fans who are like, oh, you can't have a second club. Like, why do you support a second club? You're a fake supporter of Newcastle because you have a second club. I'm like, actually not, no, because we're never going to be anywhere near playing Atletico Madrid. If we ever came head to head to each other, I would want Newcastle to win because they are the team that I support. They are the team that I follow. Like, Atletico is just like a team that I love from elsewhere that I have followed for a long time, like 14 years. So it's, you know what I mean? It's not like that deep. I don't really see why anyone cares, to be honest. We're never going to play each other. So, well, not in recent future unless we get a takeover, we might, but.
Yeah, and guys, if you don't know who Kesh is, where have you been? You've been under a rock. That's my guy.
I've been
Yo,
working,
Kesh,
man.
what have you been up to, bro?
What you saying?
What have you been up to? People have been missing you. Yesterday we were playing a whole game. Which NBA player does Kesh look like? And someone said you look like a football player, Masuaku. Some crazy stuff.
You get it all the time, man. It's annoying. Like, even when I
Who'd
played
you
football,
get the most?
it was Ndombele during the season last season. I was like, I don't look nothing like him, but it's because they say I don't know. Then it was Origi. It's crazy.
Okay, so guys, now we're gonna start. We're gonna start talking about the actual game at hand. Kesh, do you remember the last time we faced Newcastle?
Is it not? Is it the game that Ozil scored in?
Yeah, it was 4-0.
Yeah, I remember that game. Yeah.
4-0, and we were just talking. Kendall was telling me she was at the game. Actually, you were at the game. You said you were at the Emirates that game.
Yeah, I was at the game. Yeah, in the away end, obviously.
In the away end, okay. Yeah, because you got a season ticket, so you get to go to away games too, right?
No, season ticket doesn't include away games. You have to buy away games separately. But I sometimes get given a lot of away tickets. Like I went to Southampton, went to Arsenal this year. And we don't really, as well, like the closest away games we have is like Manchester because there's no one. Well, Leeds now, but it is quite far for us to go to away games.
That must be the worst trip ever. Coming to Arsenal, losing 4-0.
It was the worst. It was obviously February as well, and it was just after my birthday. So like I spent my birthday weekend like in London, had like a mint time, and then we got absolutely pounded 4-0. I had to drive back home for 5 hours. Like it was just honestly, I felt like crying after the game. I was like, oh.
Yes, Alan Shearer did play for Newcastle. You gotta love these comments. Yo, we got Shade Man in the house. Shade Man, that's my guy, Canadian. $5 Canadian. He throws in. What do you say?
Mr. Days when Atletico had Philippe Luis, Godin, and Ranfan in defense. That defense was mad. Such a good defense.
Ooh, what is that first part? AP.
Oh, Atleti. It's like. Oh. It's like what you say, like, you know, like if you say, come on, you gooners or whatever, like we say, how are the lads? It's like that sort of thing.
So that's like, come on, yeah, that's like.
Yeah, it's like, come on. You either say vamos or Atleti.
So Spanish.
Yeah.
You see, I don't know nothing about Spanish football. I don't know nothing. I don't know what their sayings are. I don't know nothing. All I know is I prefer Real Madrid over Barcelona. And those are your rivals. So I'm not claiming them as a team. It's just if I would watch a team, that would be the team I'd be preferring.
It's funny because in Spain, like obviously Newcastle only really have Sunderland as rivals, and like Manchester United only have Man City as rivals and things like that. But in Spain, it's funny because like they sort of like drag rivalry because due to like the way Spain's separated. So like Getafe is like another rival of Atletico Madrid's, which you would never even really think of, to be honest. But yeah, it's a bit mad, the rivalries in Spain, because they just sort of have rivalries with a few. But obviously Real's like the main rival. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, so I'm gonna now jump into the preview and do the team sheets, the team news and everything, right? So let's talk about this. Do you think so? The lineup that they have here, they have Leno, what is that? Cedric Suarez, Luis, what is that? Gabriel, Tierney, Partey, El Neni, Willick, Martinelli, and Eddie Nketiah. It kind of sounds like the team that we might play, but what about your team? Your team, you got Dubravnik. I can't even read all those names.
Dubravka, Manquillo, Fernandez, Lascelles. Lascelles, no, because I think he's back in training now, but he's had coronavirus and I don't think he's actually probably going to start. So I don't think we'll have him. I think it actually depends, because I don't even know if this is the problem. Like, I don't even know if like Dummett's fit, for example, because if we play a back five, for example, which we usually do, it'll be Fernandez, Clark, and Shah, but they're like our first team, they're like our first team centre back. So, I don't think Lascelles will be playing, but St. Maximin's not playing; he's not back yet. Shelby, I think they'll probably start Matty Longstaff instead there. Probably Matty and Sean. And then, Joe Linton will probably start there. It'll probably be Jacob Murphy on the wing. I can't see him starting Alma on either. And then probably, depending on how they set up, if they want to win, I don't know if they'll play Wilson, but I have a feeling Gale might start, because he usually starts in cup games when he's fit. So
you're saying you don't know if they want to win. Why would you say that? Wouldn't you want to win every game?
Yes, but I think the way that we are at the moment, the league is so important to stay up. Like, we really don't want to be relegated. So I don't think they're going to push out our first team out. I don't think. Just the way that we've set up in the cups previously, last year and this year. I don't think we'll start, the first 11, if you want to put it that way. That's why I think Wilson will probably be rested, and it'll be like Gale or Carroll instead, unless he just goes mental and just starts Joe Linton up front.
Kesh, someone kills me. Like Kesh is like boring Joe Milner because he's sitting back relaxing. I'm nervous. No, I literally, guys, I just had steak, and I'm like still trying to like finish it. It's somehow and like when I'm speaking, sometimes I'm catching my words because it's like I'm about to choke. And then so let's move on. Kesh, what do you think about the team that they Who Scored put out for us? Usually, Who Scored never gets the lineups right when it comes to Arsenal, because Arteta always has a different plan. Could you see Balogun starting? Could you see?
I think
Partey coming back, because we'll get to Partey's fitness later. But of course, Partey could be option for this game. A lot of things. What do you think, Gabriel?
I don't think Tierney will start. I think Gabriel is more than likely that he'll be in the starting lineup. Louise, yes. Suarez, yes. El Neni. I think you'll probably see El Neni in that game. Unsure about Partey. Ideally, you'll think he'll play, but I'm not quite sure where his fitness is at. Willian, I think it'll be Pepe rather than Willian. I think you probably see Willian start in the 10 role over Willett. It's a toss-up between Eddie and Balogun. Depending on what where the club is with his negotiation. If they've given in that he's going to leave, then I highly doubt he's going to play. If it's still a thing where they're just trying to fight to get him to sign the contract, then I think you'll see him start in this game.
Okay, so guys, remember, I'm trying to get to 100 likes for this video. I'm trying to be a little bit more ambitious than usual. If you guys can help me, I'll get to that 100 likes. Really appreciate it. And going back to the lineups, I want to know, is there any way Callum Wilson starts this game, Kendall?
Probably not, because he's the only hope we have in the league. So I highly doubt that he'll start. If we end up getting like pammed, like 3-0 or whatever, 2-0, he might like come on later on. But I highly doubt he'll start. I don't think he's ever started a cup game for us.
Yeah, and Kesh,
that might be wrong, but I don't think that he has.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That would probably be the most dangerous guy you guys have in your team, and of course, he's gonna want to play the next league game where you guys have Sheffield United, and most likely is the better matchup for you guys to get the 3 points. Yeah. Where this game is gonna be a lot tougher for you guys to win the game, right? Now, Balogun, Kesh, Shademan comes back with another super chat saying Balogun must start if we want to keep him. Today we heard rumors that Balogun is almost out the door. We're gonna get to transfer rumors at the end of the video, guys. Not right now, but let's just. Do you think he can start this game, Kesh? Because after yesterday and all the stuff coming out about Balogun,
you know what? It's a difficult situation though, because it all depends on what the feeling is behind the scenes. If they feel they've got a chance to keep him, if it's a thing where they know they're not going to keep him, they're not going to give him exposure. There's no point giving someone exposure who's going to be going out the door. So it all depends on what's going on behind the scenes. Ideally, as fans, we would like to think that we've got a chance of keeping him. And if we do, then yes, he probably will start. You wouldn't be surprised to see if him and Eddie get a start together, because he can play off the wing as well. So I'm all for it.
Okay. And then now I want to go to the actual injuries. If you guys know the injuries, Newcastle have some injuries, but I want to ask you, what's going on with Lascelles? What's going on with St. Maximin? What's going on with Ryan Fraser? He seems out every other week. Like, what's really going on with Newcastle and their
I
injury
don't know
situation?
about Ryan Fraser. He always has a knock for some reason, and I don't really know why. Because he has a good game, and the game afterwards he has a knock for some really strange reason. And then Lascelles, he has been out with long COVID, so he has been back in training for the last, I want to say, 2 weeks. But he's still feeling the effects apparently. St. Maximin's gone AWOL. He's just come back on Twitter today after about a 5-week absence, saying that he misses the fans. But we don't know where he is. We don't know where he's been. As far as I'm aware, he has been in France recovering from coronavirus. But I mean, that's been 6 weeks now, so I don't really know what the deal is with him there. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. I'd like to know, because I felt like he was probably going to leave. Like in January, if that was the case. I thought he maybe was just put on gardening leave, and that's why he was so quiet. But he's come today saying that he misses the fans and he'll be back soon. So whether or not what's happening with him, I really don't know.
Okay, and then Kesh, Arsenal. You already know Thomas Partey looks like he might be back. Reece Nelson, we don't even know what his status is, but I would think this is the kind of game he'd get to play if he's not going to go out on loan. And Gabriel said he's fit and ready, but I don't know why WhoScored has him as doubtful. It looks like for once we might have a clean bill of health. Everyone looks like they're healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And in that case, do you want to get these guys back in the team right away? Gabriel, Partey, Reece Nelson.
I think Gabriel will come. Gabriel will come back in. He'll play. Not sure about the likes of Nelson, because you still got the likes of Pepe and Willian, who hasn't really played much minutes over the last few games, because the likes of Saka and Smith Rowe has been keeping them out of the team. So those are the guys that's more likely to start, in my opinion.
Okay. Now we're gonna move on to the next part. The next part is gonna be, before we move on to team. We've already done the team sheet, team news. Before we go on to score predictions, I just want to ask you guys, what do you guys think the bookie score is? Because I always do the bookie score and WhoScored predictions. So Kendall, what do you think the prediction is for this game, if you were gonna put money on it?
What, like the result?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be as like, I think it'll be pretty close. And I don't think it'll be as like everyone's expecting Arsenal to like go into it and like smash us. I really don't think it'll probably be that way, even though you are on form. Well, my prediction was 2-1. I think that'll be to Arsenal, and I think that'll be pretty close.
2-1. Okay, Cash.
I'm gonna go for. Oh, it depends, because ideally you want Aubameyang to start in this game. To be honest, you want to get him some goals to help him regain that confidence. So, if it's a case where he does start in this game, I think I'll go for a 2-0.
2-0. Okay, so that's your score predictions, guys. So it's 2-0 for Cash, and you said 2-1, Kendall, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's now check what they're predicting. WhoScored's prediction is, because WhoScored's predictions, for some reason, either they're completely off and they get and like a shock result happens, or they're usually close to spot on. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, so let's scroll down for the people to see. So WhoScored predicted Arsenal, Newcastle. Oh, 3-0. Wow. So what they're saying is that a fairly tough few weeks for Arsenal. They've now come back. They've been winning a couple games now after 3 straight. Steve Bruce cannot catch a break at the moment after he faced Man City, Liverpool, Leicester the last 3 weeks, and a resurgent Arsenal side. Winless in their last 6 matches. Newcastle face us on Sunday at the Emirates, and their last 4 trips to Emirates has not been good. So basically,
yes, but we didn't have Callum Wilson. If Callum Wilson starts, I think it'll be a different story. I don't mean like we'll win, but I think goal wise it'll be a different story. But
do you think he will start though?
No, I don't. I
don't think
I think he'll
start.
come on later. I mean, If Pride Gale starts, I would have a little bit of hope. But if Joe Linton starts up front, I'll probably just cry and just not even watch it, to be honest.
Joe Linton's been playing on the wing. What's going on with
Yeah.
that?
Well, he's better there than up front. He's not a lone striker, which is how we play because we just like to lump long balls up. So he is slightly better on the wing. He has improved this season a little bit, but I don't know whether that's improvement because like he's done well, or improvement because we've seen nothing from him like the past season. So any little thing he does now, we're like, oh, that's really good, because like we've never seen one good thing from him. So like we just take any little positive now.
Okay, so Kesh, do you have any questions about Newcastle, or you kind of know everything that you need to know? I got a couple of questions, but before I do, I want to ask if you have any.
No.
You're good? My guy's like, nah, I'm kidding. Okay, what do you call it? Do you guys always have to play with a back three? Can you not play with a back four, or is that just there's no space for that in Bruce's system?
Yeah, it's we normally play with like two dead centre backs and a right back and a full back. Obviously, back four, typical back 4-4-4. Well, it's not 4-4-2 really, but that or back three and two wing backs. It depends. He kind of chops and changes a little bit. Depending on who's fit and who's back and who's played well the previous game. He's very transparent in that sense. Like he'd rather just play, if we've done well, he'll rather just play that same formation the next game than like actually judge the team that you're playing. It's like a very
he's predictable basically.
I kind of get it in the sense like obviously you don't want to change like a winning team, if you will. But he just doesn't do, in my opinion, he just doesn't do any research prior. And if we've won a game or played well, like obviously the game against Liverpool, for example, we just went straight into the Leicester game with the same
he's not
team.
He's not proactive, is he? That's
no,
what it is.
He's not. He doesn't make any changes that would like suit the opposite team, like playing the opposite team, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so he's very predictable. So it's very easy for teams to play us because they kind of know what we're going to do when we don't really have many other options not to do that. So
yeah, so I'm gonna be asking the people in the comment section what their score predictions are. Those are always interesting and fun to hear. In the meanwhile, we're gonna next go to, is there any plans for Newcastle to go into a transfer window and make some changes, possibly sign some players, look maybe to the Championship to get some players in? Because of course we can go all day about Arsenal's transfer stuff. It's an absolute mayhem over here. But I want to know what's going on at Newcastle.
Not much really, nothing that concrete. I mean, I would like to see us sign Willems again because he's just declined a contract at Frankfurt, and I think he wants to come back. And as far as I'm aware, it'll be at minimal cost or even on a free, possibly. So, I would like to see him because left back cover for us right now is very, very, very sparse because, like Jamal Lewis isn't really obviously fit into the system. He's not progressing under this system that we're playing right now. We've been linked to, I think we've agreed a deal in principle with Brandon Williams from Man United. Obviously can play right back and left back. Like that's fair enough, but he just wouldn't have been like the person that I would have thought to get. I know it is only January and maybe in the summer they want someone more permanent. I don't know, but there's been a few random, but nothing concrete. Like we've been linked to Dele Alli, we've been linked to Saliba from Monaco, been linked to Damari Gray from Leicester. Just very random things, and I don't really think any of them will come off really, apart from possibly Williams till the end of the season and Willems if we get him. So.
Yeah,
everyone's kicking off about your jacket.
They're like, why are you wearing a jacket? Why are you wearing a jacket at home?
Why are you worried about me? Tell me. Can I not wear a jacket? Can I not wear a hoodie?
I don't know. I'm wearing a hoodie. I don't know. It's honestly okay. So a lot of people rivals are obviously picking. They're saying 1-0 Kendall. They're saying Newcastle 1-0. 90-minute Joe Linton goal. Linton goal actually. 3-0 Arsenal. You got 2-0 Willian dead team. Cam saying 2-0 Newcastle if Willian and this dead team plays. LOL.
God, 2-0. With us winning the game 2-0, I'll probably just cry.
Really? Okay.
Not really, but I won't cry. But I'll be like, what is actually going on? Like,
we were linked to the Longstaff
magic of the FA Cup. Oh, Sean.
There's two of them though. Which one?
I'll drive him there if you want.
No,
I'll drive
the
Sean there all
the
day long.
younger Longstaff was out of contract. He would have been a free transfer. Arsenal were apparently looking at him as
Matty
an option
Longstaff,
for
yeah,
a midfield.
he's the better brother.
He is. Would he improve us? I don't think he would. I think he would just be an
No,
option.
I don't
right?
know. I don't think he's much better than what you've got. He's got zero pace. Neither of them brothers have any pace about them whatsoever. So yeah.
What's wrong with these guys? I went shop to get some sweets. I came back to do my stream. Calm down. These guys.
You know what? It goes into complete mayhem. It goes,
Calm down, innit?
mayhem. It goes into complete mayhem sometimes. Let's split it up so they're not going crazy. Okay, so next, after the score prediction, next thing I want to talk about, there's a lot of players at Arsenal that we'd be looking to loan out, and would you guys be looking to take some of them? Because at Newcastle, you guys could do with maybe a Callum Chambers. Am I mistaken? Would that help you guys out?
Probably not long term.
Short term, yeah.
Yeah, like I need like, well, I'm saying me, but like we need a team now to build on. We need a squad. Like we don't need like random loans here, there, and everywhere, and players that aren't just gonna be there for a good few years. Because this is where the problem is. We haven't rebuilt from like a good few years ago. We've still got like we've only just recently got rid of players like the beginning of last season. We only got rid of players like Jack Colback, for example. There's just so much dead wood. We really need players who are gonna like actually be there for a good few seasons and like be like
The foundation.
Yeah, the foundations of a decent squad. Because I mean, like Fernandez, he's 34 now. There'll be a couple of players who leave us in the next couple of seasons. Obviously, Andy Carroll will be gone after this season. I'm probably expecting. We just need people who are going to be there a lot, like younger players who are going to be there for a long time, I think.
Okay. Next comment says something here. Mustafi. Now I know Mustafi was no good at Arsenal, but statistically he is a really good center back. Would you take him as a free option?
Well, as a free, it would depend on his wages, because it's like fair enough as a free, and like maybe he's like, you know, a bench player, but I don't think he's any better than any of our centre backs like Lejeune, Fernandez, Clark, Lascelles. I don't think he's any better than them right now.
Yeah, the comments are ratchet. So what the hell? Yeah, these guys need a scripting. And you know the crazy thing is, when you see the comments on here, they might have already been deleted, but you can still see them on here. So that's how you know it's crazy. Now let's go on to the next one. We spoke about Willock last time. You told me the other day you don't think Willock is fast enough to play in the Premier League, or you don't think he's quick enough with his decision making to play, and you already have a problem with speed in the midfield, so you wouldn't take Willock. So I already know that answer. But Nelson, what about Nelson?
I would just take Reece Nelson because it's Reece Nelson. But
she fancies him.
I'm too old for him. It's all right. I think he's only 21. I'm 25. I'm a bit too old for him. But yeah, Reece Nelson. I don't mind Reece Nelson. I quite rate him, but I don't think that as
Arsenal's
we've seen
level.
with Jamal Lewis. I don't think as we've seen with Jamal Lewis and players like that, young players, they're gonna improve under a Steve Bruce type manager. Like it's just not going to happen. So there's not really any point. There's not really any point in us signing him, because he's just going to regress further. Than like obviously he's not in the starting 11 for Arsenal right now. Like it's a bit of a weird one. So he's not going to improve like where he is. There's not really any point. Like I don't want him to be a bench player, because I don't think he probably deserves that. So. Yeah, it's a weird one. I personally would take him, but not if we had Steve Bruce. If we maybe had like someone like Eddie Howe, who likes young talent and knows how to coach a player, and that would be fair enough. But yeah, not right now under this Steve Bruce. For him, I just don't think there's any point.
I'm surprised he's still out of a job.
Eddie Howe, yeah, I am as well. Actually, to be fair, especially when I know West Brom want to be safe from relegation and that, so they obviously signed Big Sam. But yeah.
So, Nelson definitely improves your team. Now,
yeah, 100%. That I'm not doubting that for 1 second. I just mean for the manager and for him as a personal level. I don't think we would improve his game. So he would maybe improve us a little bit, but Bruce would just ruin him and playing in like a severely a severely
playing wing
deep
back.
defensive system. It's just not gonna be good for him.
Yeah. Yo, Cam, check your DMs, bro, on Twitter. Then let's talk about Bruce Ball, because I will tell you this. Yo, Kesh, you watch a lot of these games.
Yeah.
Yo, Mark Viduka is always in the comments. Leeds
loved
fan.
Mark
Absolutely
Viduka, Newcastle
Right.
United little player there.
destroys it every single time. Kesh is not crying, my guy. Leave him alone. Now, Kesh,
Yeah.
before we get to Ozil and all the madness about Ozil, Kendall, if you want, you can stay and talk about Ozil also, because I know you watch your other teams. But I just want to know, clarify for everybody what Bruce Ball is, because I've watched Newcastle play this year. Last year, I thought you guys were getting results, and I'm surprised you guys are doing so well, because obviously I gauge how players are performing on when I watch them to see eye test if they do well. And a lot of your players, some of them were performing, but I don't even know how, because it's in like spurts during a game, like random 5-minute spurts. You guys will do something crazy, and then you'll get like Lascelles was scoring header after header. I think
Who's that Swiss defender?
Shah.
Yeah, he was scoring goals last season.
Yeah, he was like our second top scorer, like a defender. That's how bad we needed a striker for like.
And where did he come from?
Years.
When did he come in?
Basel, I think. Or did he go Germany first, then to Newcastle?
I can't remember. Where are we signed him from now?
The funniest thing is, you guys get points in the most hilarious ways, like the handball against Spurs, like the random goals against random teams last minute. It's just the most. I feel like you guys are the team that people face, and you're like everyone's bogey team at times, because they'll drop points against you. Man City's
not this season. We're not anyone's bogey team.
Man City have dropped points against
you before. Yeah.
Chelsea has dropped points against you in the past. We've dropped points against you maybe I think 2 years ago when you in 2018. Every team, every major team has dropped points against you guys, but you guys still don't like your manager.
Because it's against teams that matter that we don't come to a head. Like we played the three promoted teams in a row. So we played like Leeds, Fulham, Leeds, West Brom, Fulham, and we just managed to beat West Brom 2-1. Leeds beat us 5-2, and we drew with Fulham. So it's like against the teams that matter and like who are around us, we never do anything. We always look crap. We look horrendous. And it's like Bruce Ball is just taking 99.9% of enjoyment out of any game that you watch. Sitting deep, not even attacking and lumping a random long ball up. And then if you do a throw in, it just ends back up to your keeper. Like that's Bruce Ball. There's just no attacking prowess, no ability, no technicality, nothing. It's just boring, horrendous. You'd rather not watch the game. That's Bruce Ball.
Let me ask Cam, because Cam's probably a little bit older than me. Cam, what do you call it? Before Wenger Ball, have you ever heard of people calling their team style Bruce Ball, Wenger Ball, Arteta Ball, Emery Ball? Like it's starting to get ridiculous.
No.
You never heard of that before, right? It was Wenger who started that shit. Or it was Arsenal fans who started that.
I'm not that much older. You're making me seem like I'm like 5-6 years older. I'm only 2 years older.
I think you're 2 years older than me, right? You told me.
I'm 27.
Yeah. No, you're younger than me.
Today. I'm 27.
I'm young. I'm probably the oldest on the stream right now. Anyways.
How old are you?
Yeah, I turned 30 on Sunday.
No way. I thought you were younger than me.
Big up.
Yeah.
Big 30.
Kesh, how old are you?
I'm 26.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm the youngest. Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, my guy came on and he's already dipped. Okay, so Kendall, now we're gonna talk about some of the Arsenal stuff. Obviously, if it bores you and you want to go, just let me know. But of course, I would love to hear your input on some of these stories. So the first story,
these guys, who said I was a fake guy, bro. Okay, so I had that,
He's always beefing in the comments.
This one, big up my guy, Bergkamp. Come on.
Whose turn was a fluke on Nico Stabber's ass?
how many shirts do you have?
Listen, big up my guy Henri. If you remember that shirt, come on. And if you're really a gooner, to be honest, I couldn't find my JVC once, so it kind of.
What's the say?
If you're really a gooner, come on, bare signatures and.
I'm gonna die.
That's coming for that, bro. That's coming for every stream, bro.
Big mistake.
But anyway, so what was the question? Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think about the Newcastle game? What's your score prediction for that? First of all,
If it's that lineup, we're losing. I'm not even trying to be funny. We're losing.
Why? What's wrong with the lineup?
Oh.
Do I have to say it?
What's wrong with the lineup? Willian.
Man City, William.
He has to play. He's still a player.
Tierney won't play. Tierney won't play.
But
Yeah,
you have to understand, Cam, yeah.
Partey won't play.
Willian and Pepe is more than likely to start because you can't. This is where Saka gets a rest. You know what I mean?
Saka will get a rest. Martinelli might start. Or
He might start, yeah.
He might start, or it will be Willian and Pepe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Willock, it will either be Willock or Smith Rowe. It'll probably likely be Willock. But if he starts in, I don't know, man. And get it up front, I don't know. Is St. Maximin back?
No.
So we're calm. Say no more.
Okay. I honestly
think
think
he's not there, fam. So it's cool.
I honestly think there is holes in this team, but I feel like there's more holes in the Newcastle team. Like the Newcastle team, defensively they're good, but their midfield is slow, as you said.
Well, what you have to understand is though, like,
go ahead.
If they play the likes of Carroll, that's gonna be a battle that we're gonna have to stand tall against, because for over the years I've seen Carroll play against Arsenal, he always seemed to get some reward. So the likes of Gabriel and Louise are gonna have to put in a job in that game, because Carroll's gonna be looking for the knockdowns. You know, the likes of John Shelby, he can score. And I can imagine it already. And knock down on the edge of the box. And he's
Shelby just coming on to latch.
You know what I mean? Like, so you have to
corner, bro. Oh my God.
have to do a job on Carroll.
I'll just get, if I saw that, I'm just gonna get up, turn my TV off, and be like, you know what? I don't even care about it. We predict. I don't even care the result.
You never turn your TV off, bro.
And what you guys have to understand as well, yeah. Remember, this is gonna be a game where Smith Rowe probably won't. He won't play, not even probably. So we're going back to before.
No, you know what? He won't. No, I think he'll be on the bench though. But I don't like. He won't be on if he really needs to. But
so we'll be going back towards it before the Chelsea game when we had less creativity. So Newcastle come in and playing a low block. It will be hard to break them down.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like half them players on that won't play. Well, I say half. A few of them players won't play.
I don't see Partey playing.
I don't see Partey.
We got a big game. Big game at the end.
What are we talking about? He's not.
I don't see it.
Palace.
Nah,
he won't do the risk like he did at United, man. Like if anything, he'll put him on the bench, but I don't think he'll play him. Like he won't start him.
He won't start. I think he'll come off the bench.
The question is, can a midfield of Mohamed El-Neni, Willock, and Danny Ceballos outclass Newcastle? That's the question.
I don't think it can.
Obviously, Willock, come on.
No, let's ask Kendall. Kendall, you've seen the midfielders you guys have in your team and how you guys have performed against the top teams in the Premier League. Does the midfield of Mohamed El-Neni, Willock, or Ceballos scare you at all?
No, but my midfield doesn't fill me with hope either, because I think it's our weakest.
I think it plays into the hands, though. I think this midfield plays into the likes of Aiden and Shelby.
Yeah, Hayden, yes, because Hayden is sort of a DM, like he's very good at that. Shelby, he either shows up or he doesn't. If he doesn't, he just looks lazy and he's horrendous. If he shows up on his day, he's like one of the best passes of a ball like I've seen, genuinely. But I just, it's up to him whether he shows up or not, and that's my issue. I really hope we don't play Sean Longstaff, because oh, God forbid.
You should let it go to Man United. You should just let it go.
I know. Like, that is the worst transfer that never happened. 50 mil as well. Oh my God, can you imagine? I would have laughed my head off. But he probably, do you know what would have happened though? He would have gone there and he would have been like unreal, like Michael Carrick. Like, that's literally just what would have happened. He's just shit at us. And Matty Longstaff as well. I prefer Matty over Sean, but if it's going to be that, I would rather see Matty and Hayden, because Hayden's just come back from a suspension, so He's not back from an injury or anything, so he should be fit. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there because our midfield's like very bad. So actually, I wouldn't be surprised if he started Hendrick because he hasn't had a game for a while.
You know what the Longstaff thing reminds me of? It always reminds me of when we said to Willock, don't leave, sign the deal. And the moment Theo signed the deal, everyone's like, get him out next season. So it's like that's kind of like what you how you feel about Longstaff. You're like
he gets a bit of a pass though from our fans because like he's a local lad. So everyone's always like, oh, he's a local lad, leave him alone. Like he's Newcastle through and through. And I'm like, what? So just because he's local doesn't mean he can't be shit. Like, yes, he can.
That's what I don't understand. Yeah, when someone comes to your academy, it's like you can't criticize them. I remember it was DT and Kelechi. DT's like, he's having a shit game about Saka. Kelechi's like, don't talk about that. And I'm thinking, bro, like, you can say you can criticize the player. I don't understand.
Nah, you know it's deep for Kelechi though. Kelechi was he's been through the ringer with Iwobi. Let him celebrate Saka. Let him enjoy himself.
No, but you can celebrate him, but you can't tell another fan that you can't criticize him. Like, imagine just because Saka's been a great revelation for us, you can't criticize him. It doesn't make any sense.
Yo, one quick question. Who's your actual first team goalkeeper? Because Dubravnik was good last year.
Yeah, but then he got a heel injury at the beginning of the season and hasn't come back. This will be his first game back. So he is number one, but Carl Darlow currently is because obviously Dubravnik's been injured.
No, that's good to know for my fantasy team. So I don't need to ever pick Dubravnik. Dubravnik was good last year. I agree with that. This new guy, where did he come from? Did you guys just
no, Forest?
Yeah, he's been there since him and Lascelles came at the same time from Forest. So he's been at the club about 6-7 years now, I want to say. I mean, he's 30 now. He's never had a chance in the first team apart from when we were in the championship.
30 now?
Yeah, he did a pretty good job.
You're lying. Oh my God.
Swear to God.
Where's the time flight? I remember him coming as like a youth, like young, like pretty young.
Wow. And we've had him for a long time now. God, probably longer than 7 years. I don't really know, but yeah. And this is his first like real season in the Premier League, and he's done very, very well, I must admit. But obviously, I think with Dubravka just being the number one, I think he'll probably get back in when he's fit. But I would feel sorry for Carl Darlow, and I think a team like a lot of teams could really use him, to be honest.
I agree with this. Okay, I agree with that.
Lingard. Well, yeah. When I said we were trying to take all of Man United's deadwood, like Phil Jones, for example. Like we tried to sign Chris Smalling, we wanted Phil Jones. They want Brandon Williams. Like I said,
Chris Smalling's good.
You should have gone for Chris Smalling.
Well, we went in for him, but he wanted to stay at Roma. So I was gonna say, like I said, if we want Man United's cast off, so they don't want, like I would happily take Lingard. I think he'd be he's got a point to prove. Like he obviously needs to get back to some kind of form. I think he'd be fine. I would take Lingard, me.
That's not even a question.
Not even a question. But anyways,
Lingard, of course.
No, Lingard, you know what he is? Lingard is the social media Ronaldo. That's what he is. Social media loves Lingard. Now, enough about the Newcastle team. What is the weakness in this second? The second team has actually been our most like free-flowing attacking team all season. Every time, yes, because we're in the Europa League and we're facing lesser sides, but even against Leicester in the League Cup, we played well with our second team.
But Leicester had a weak team as well.
So are you expecting a stronger side from Newcastle?
Huh?
Are you expecting a stronger side from Newcastle?
No, I'm not. I expect us to win. But I just don't think it will be convincing as how would like to think it will be.
About it, 100%.
100%. Okay, Kendall, we complain about owners. Do you feel like we have the right to complain about owners when Newcastle have the owner that you guys have?
Yeah, I think it doesn't make a difference. Like, just because an owner's bad doesn't mean like you can't get another bad owner. Like, yes, Mike Ashley is the worst of the worst. Like, whatever, we've dealt with that now. But Man United fans can moan, Arsenal fans can moan. Like, it's literally fine. It's just obviously levels to certain clubs, and what they complain about. Because I always used to like moan at Man United fans moaning about their owner, and like because they get investment and they get money and like they have access to big things, and like I always used to moan, but that's like their club level. Like they deserve to moan about things that they're not getting. Same with Arsenal.
I'm literally just looking at these comments. It's like
you need to start looking at the comments on your stream.
Like they want Newcastle to take everyone's deadwood. Take it.
Everyone, that's what we are though now. Everyone just thinks
Sooner or
like,
later you're gonna start hearing
you're a
Chelsea
captain,
fans
or
and
you-
Tottenham fans. Take this guy, take that guy, take this guy. Take him. I don't want him no more.
I was literally just looking at transfer room as well, and I've just seen a random one from December that Atletico Madrid are going to sign Maitland-Niles.
Yeah, because of Trippier being out. That's why.
Yeah, what's that about? What?
Don't stick up your
don't
nose to Enzima now. He's a really good utility piece, and I think in Atletico Madrid, if they were to give us 15 million, I would take it. It's just Arteta does not want to sell the guy. I think they're trying to get him to sign a new deal so we can get more money from him, because really that's what it's all about. And the club, they've done something ridiculous today. You guys know they took out a 150 million loan. They took advantage of the COVID-19 loan system from the government.
Yeah, no, but it's not from the government. It's not from the government. It's from the bank. The Bank of England or something. But it has to be paid back in May, though.
What have they took the money for? Transfers?
Who knows?
Beats
It has to be paid back in May, innit?
Oh God! If someone gives Steve Bruce 150 million, it'll be let's spend 30 million on Phil Jones, probably.
No,
I just wouldn't trust him with it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they use part of that money to pay off Ozil.
Probably.
Because
Where
I
do you
don't
think he'll go though? Do you think he'll go to the MLS or?
Oh, I think he's going to Fenerbahce. I think he's already been
Right,
agreed.
okay.
he's going Fenerbahce. Like Kendall, there's a whole story. So look at this. I'm going to sleep the night before, and I hear that he's done. He's going to DC United. I wake up yesterday, and he's going to Fenerbahce. And today they're saying that the deal is pretty much done. So this is the Ozil story.
Apparently
Ozil
he's chosen to wear number 67.
He
like
is
that.
Turkish though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Or like
Because
part Turkish or whatever.
it represents his local area code in Turkey.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Right,
So
okay.
he's gonna wear the 67 shirt. That's ridiculous. First of all, also he's gonna be getting a sponsorship deal that comes with Puma when he goes to Fenerbahce, because Fenerbahce's new shirt sponsor is going to be Puma, and he's going to be sponsoring them in Turkey, and he's going to be like their biggest attractive draw for Puma. So that's the new shoe brand.
Fair play to him. Off you go. Enjoy yourself. That's what I
Has
say.
it been confirmed now? Yeah, is it?
It's not done. It's not done, but it's pretty much like everyone's saying it's pretty much done.
Listen, you can't go wrong. I remember when we was on the football terrace and we was talking about it. I think it was Prime. Everyone was giving it. No one's going to take them. No one's going to take the players, but looks like they're all off.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, like Ozil's wages are probably like a sticking point for a lot of people, but I bet he's probably took a wage cut, has he? And Arsenal didn't say they were going to pay so much of it?
He's not taking a wage cut. What's happening? It's rumored that we're gonna pay 50% of it for the last 6 months of his contract, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I want to talk about something more important. Why are we taking 120 million
20
loan?
Why not?
Why?
Why not?
No. Why are they taking a loan? In the sense, like, what are they gonna do with it? These guys are not gonna.
One of them man and took a loan from there.
Probably not nothing to do it, but what you have to understand is it's to be paid back at the end of May or whatever. So that's basically the end of the season. So they're probably looking at it, take it now, whatever money you will make throughout the next 6 months or whatever, then you can just pay it back. So they've obviously
do you think they're going to try and offload some players to pay it off?
Yeah,
or?
I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're looking at it to use it as for immediate priorities. That's all I can think of anyway. I don't think they're going to use it for transfers.
Cash. I heard 120 million. I started seeing Grealish in an Arsenal shirt. Like, that's
it's not that. It's not that at all.
Remember what I was saying yesterday, yeah?
Honestly, though, if Man United do not go in for that kid, yeah, we've got to do it.
We have to.
Yeah, am
I hope he
lagging
just
or-
stays at
or is
Villa
it
forever,
fine?
like one of them players like Alan Shearer did with us. He didn't go to Man United, he came to us and said, I hope Jack Grealish does that. Not that he ever will, but I would love to see that, mate.
Oh, Jack Grealish would be amazing at Arsenal. I don't know about Newcastle though. I don't think you guys could ever afford like.
No chance we'd never afford Jack Grealish.
But you know what? I don't get. Why don't Newcastle go into the Championship and get their top talents?
Well, that's what we did do. We got Callum Wilson from Bournemouth, got Ryan Fraser from Bournemouth, Jamal Lewis from Norwich. Like we did go. That's what we normally do. We normally go bag and bin shopping in the Championship. That's what I always call it. But the stupid thing is, the two top scorers in the Championship right now are ex-Newcastle players, Adam Armstrong and Ivan Toney. So that just goes to show, doesn't it? And then we got lumped with bloody Joe Linton and Andy Carroll. God, man. That's how stupid it is. Like, it's just so dumb. Like,
You know what's mad? You know what's crazy about Joe Linton being at Newcastle? What's the name's better than him? What's the lad called? I can't remember his name.
Dwight Gale.
Nah, man. He came through the academy and he's a little troublemaker, bad boy. Gold tooth. What's his name?
he's a little bad boy.
I always forget his name. Now Rangers.
Oh,
is better
Niall Ranger.
Now
Yeah, but-
Rangers is a better player than Joe Linton.
Yeah, but he is. I don't even know where he's at now. I think he's playing like
He's
non-league or
nowhere
something.
up there.
But yeah, I
son.
think he's playing non-league. But he's just Niall Ranger is a problem.
Yeah, he is a problem.
Yeah, he's just a massive problem. That's obviously why it's never worked out. He's only quite relatively. He's not like old either now. He's still relatively young, and obviously his career's gone right down
Wasted
the pan.
talent.
So
Yeah.
it's like he's like a like Saido Berahino. Like he just used to be a problem. Like and his attitude's all wrong, and like they could have been so much better than they were. But then
Ravel
obviously,
Morrison and
like Niall Ranger obviously had the issue where he was charged with rape and things like that. I think he got off with it, but it's just it was all a little bit mad. But this is what I mean. We let players go who are better than what we've got. Like Lejeune, we've let him go out on loan this season. He's a centre back to Alaves. And he's absolutely smashing it. Like he's playing 90 minutes every game. Like he's doing really, really well for them. And we've let him go. We let him go, and we had 2 fit centre backs available. Like that's how stupid that club is. Like they're so thick. I cannot physically cope with whoever is winning the transfers. Well, sure, Amiobi's in charge of loans, so
you know
that
what,
just tells you everything, doesn't it?
it shows a lot about Newcastle. The fact that I think you have like paused to cool off after the game, but it's not actually like good facilities. After how many years of being in the Prem, like,
Yeah, they've still got paddling pools and bins. Yeah,
that's crazy. That's mad.
But this is the problem. Like Rafa wanted to change all of that. Like he had plans to change training facilities and extend it and restructure the academy and stuff. And Mike Ashley wouldn't give him the money to do it. So.
That's crazy.
Imagine when we go to Singapore, where we're using trash bins to train in to cool down in the summertime. That's what they actually do during the regular season.
Yeah, literally. I'm actually not lying.
It's crazy.
Genuinely, it's embarrassing. Actually,
That's literally League Two.
But that's just,
League
they
One.
probably get it from Sports Direct. To get the cheapy paddling pools from Sports Direct from Mike Ashley, and they just chill in the the little
Explain
paddling
to me
pools.
why everyone hates Mike Ashley, because it's foreign to me. I really don't get it. I've never actually asked you. I've never spoken to you about it. What's with Mike Ashley? Why don't people like him? Because to me, the reason why we don't like the Cronkies is because they just don't put their own money into the club, and every time we're so close to getting something done, guess what they do? They don't go that extra mile for us. They don't care. Ryan Kroenke's not a fan of the club. He doesn't want the best for the club. He wants the best for his pockets. Where Mike Ashley, am I mistaken? Is he not a fan of the club? He's a local guy.
He's a West Ham fan. As far as I'm aware, he's from London. So, in fact, actually, I think it's been said in the past he's a West Ham fan, but I don't actually think that he has a team necessarily. Like he used to be quite well known back in the 1980s, 1990s for going and watching England games. I think he was like a bit of a do-abouter, go and watch England. But he's not a football fan. He's not a Newcastle fan. He's never been about the people. There was a whole when Kevin Keegan came back to manage us in 2006-07. There was like a court when they let him go and they sacked him again and he left. Well, they didn't sack him, but he left. There was a whole trial about it because Mike Ashley, and it like came out in the press that Mike Ashley consistently misled the fans and the club of Newcastle United based on just what he said, the money that he said they were making, the money that he put into the club. It was all lies, basically. He's never invested in the club at all. We have been a yo-yo club. Prior to 2010, we'd never been relegated in the Premier League, and then in the space of 6 years, we got relegated twice. Like, he just doesn't care. He's not bothered about the fans. He always goads us. He always says things about us. He's just a businessman. That's what he is. That's the problem with football right now.
I think the biggest problem with Mike Ashley is the fact that he's been claiming he wants to sell, but never actually gets it over the line. I feel like he doesn't know what he wants, honestly.
Well, that's why, like, this time when we didn't get the takeover, it was like a kick in the teeth, because this is the first time I've ever seen him really actively trying to sell the club. Like, he's been trying to sell the club for 10 years. He's been here for 14. Well, it'll be 15 this year, since 2006.
I went radio production college with his son, Ollie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yo, I'm not used to this. You know, the amount of hate I get in the comment section and the amount of love you're getting.
You want to know where my man is? I got that.
What? What do you say?
He's saying he knows where Mike lives.
You want to know where my man is?
Nah, yeah.
What about the comments? What about hate about Mike Ashley?
No, like, I get a lot of hate in the comment section. You're just getting a lot of love. It's amazing. For once a guest comes on and they don't get dissed.
That's a surprise, because normally, like, when I do like midnight vibes and stuff, I'm just constantly getting slated. So it's actually nice. It's not normally about me though. It's normally about, like, oh, why is a Newcastle fan talking on Man United issues or Chelsea issues? I'm like, well, because I watch football. Like, it's not just because I support Newcastle means nothing.
You know what people started saying to me? They started saying to me, "Why is this guy even on? Arsenal didn't play today, and the club's irrelevant." It's just hilarious. It's just
unreal agendas.
We got strip bear in the house. Strip bears in the house. What are you saying? So again, I have to pay for a nice burger. What? Being a mod, really a load. None. You want to be a mod? Don't worry. You should have messaged me on DM. I would do that. 1 second. But yeah. Now, let's get into the Ozil thing. Let's get deeper into Ozil thing. Ozil, we wasted his career, guys. I genuinely believe it. Like, I feel like we wasted his career. No, Cam. After we signed Alexis Sanchez, at that point, we needed to continue. We needed to go again and again, improve the squad. We once we got Alexis Sanchez, we became complacent.
The only thing I would
stopped improving the squad.
The only thing I would say to that is, though, Arsenal fans, we're our biggest hypocrites, yeah, because no fan wanted Ozil to sign. It was Sanchez we wanted to sign.
Yeah.
But in order to add our feelings and add the fact we was hurt, we started getting on the Ozil bandwagon. Like, yay, he signed, you know what I mean? But deep down we knew it was Sanchez we wanted. But because obviously he snaked the thing and went Man U, we had to add our feelings.
So one session said, yo, can I rip this thing up?
Come back. Oh, can you imagine that?
Imagine you go to another club, yeah, and after one training session, you just look at your agent like, yo, I've made a big mistake. Like, can I rip this up? I don't care. I'll become a free agent.
And I guarantee
I'd be doing it all damn wingy, like driving back to the club, being like, please sign me again.
Scott, no, I'm sorry. Please take me back.
No, but guys, don't forget, Ozil, the thing about Ozil was, Ozil didn't have issues with tax fraud in Spain. Alexis Sanchez needed money, and he needed money fast. Like, he was going through issues.
Nah, he had enough money, man.
He was eating Arsenal, man.
He had enough money.
And on top of that, we offered
him what Sanchez was, what Ozil got anyway.
He didn't want to take it. He said, "Yeah, no, we didn't offer. I don't think as much, but we offered him near enough to say we're near enough to save him.
Yeah. As a neutral, Kendall, what do you think about the whole?
He wanted more, innit? He wanted to have like 400 or something like that, man.
Because we have invested interest. Cam, we know what Cam's thoughts are about Ozil. Kesh, we know what Kesh thinks about Ozil. I've always said my stance is that I feel like we wasted his time here. He was a good player for us, but now he's past his best and it's time for him to go. But what do you think, like, as a neutral?
See, the thing is, like, I feel bad for him in a way because I only obviously see what's said on Twitter and what's on the outside, what's on the surface, and if, like, is he being dropped because of everything that happened? Obviously, his comments about the whole Chinese and Uyghur Muslim situation, like, was that why he was dropped from the squad, or is it just generally because Arteta doesn't see, like, a future for him or a place for him in the squad? I don't know, but, like, when he was struggling, like, you could have done with him at the start of the season. Like, he's, in my opinion, like, prime Ozil. Like, I feel like you could have.
We all know why he was dropped.
Yeah, I feel like you could have done with him. So that when that didn't happen, I was thinking that's really, really, really strange.
You're telling me he was dropped for a football reason. You're a fake football fan, bro.
Well, yeah, but you get fans on Twitter who tell you that it was that foot. But, you know, if you have anything about you, you know why he was dropped.
Exactly.
And, you know, the investment and that the Chinese and Asian community put into Arsenal.
I do believe Arteta didn't want to play him, but it was a hierarchy. It was like, no, after them comments and that.
Yeah. And obviously Arteta's not going to want to put his job on the line for one player. Do you know what I mean? It's just
I would have done it, but I would have said, you want to go somewhere with this club, you play him. I don't care about the political views, bro. These are my footballer, bro. He's under our contract, fam. That's down to you and him to have him. Yeah. But at the end of the day,
it all just stinks a bit, to be honest.
Sell him then. Simple as that. If you don't want to sell him, I'm playing him.
No, but they did want to sell him. They had offers. Ozil chose to stay. People forget there was offers on the table for Ozil in summer. It's him that said, no, I'm staying. So all this uproar about, we treated him wrong. Listen, if, as a footballer, and the club says, listen, we're going to pay this amount, and this club's going to pay that, they want to take you on loan. It's either you want to play or you want to sit on the bench. It's as simple as that, isn't it?
Yeah. You know what? The whole Mesut Ozil thing, it's almost over, guys. It's been one hell of a ride. You know what happened? You know what he did to us? He did what people do in the NBA. It's called your free agent contract year. So when players have a free agent contract year, they go off because they know at the end of it, they're getting cake.
It's not
finished. It's normal in North American sports to see a player their final year before their contract year go nuts. They get that contract, and sometimes they start doing voodoo. One guy in the NBA actually said he got $80 million contract. The next year, he told the basketball team, "I'm gonna go be an artist and open a weed farm, and I'm gonna do art for the rest of my life. I'm done with the NBA." And they still had to pay him the $80 million.
I don't think the Ozil saga is things done. I don't agree with that. It's not finished. Over the next
hope
year,
he comes out afterwards and says, like, what the crack is. Like, that's just what I hope he does.
The club's still gonna be under a lot of slander. This saga is far from finished, even after he's gone. Tell you that for a fact. You see what they're offering in DC. They're saying they want to make a motion picture or whatever documentary of him. Come on, man. Give it the next 2 years. You're still gonna see madness about Arsenal.
It's gonna be the next Amazon Prime
documentary. Listen, honestly,
bro, it's gonna be like Tottenham, innit? They're great success.
Far from finished.
Achieving nothing.
Okay, next question. Who at Arsenal right now would take us to the future? It's Saka, Martinelli, these kind of guys, right? When it comes to those guys, we don't want to lose them, but there's this young guy right now up and coming that everyone's saying we can't lose Balogun, and every single day we're hearing about Balogun possibly leaving. Like if Balogun went to Southampton, Swansea, even Newcastle, he would be starting. I genuinely believe that. This kid, that's how good he is, Kendall. He's ripping it up in the academy. Under 18s, the man was scoring in 30 games, he scored like 27 goals. Something like that. Under 23s, he's bagging goals. Under 18s, he's bagging goals. In the Arsenal team this year in the Europa League, I think he got 2 goals and an assist in like a total of 78 minutes.
It's something ridiculous. I was going to say, like, yes, fair enough in the academy, like that's amazing stats still, but obviously the actual Premier League is obviously a big step up. But if he's doing it in the Europa League, then there's not really anything to say that, you know, he wouldn't be doing it in the actual Arsenal squad either.
Arsenal are now, this year, we've given more minutes to under 18s, under 19, under 20, under 23s, we've given them more minutes at Arsenal this year than any other team in the Premier League. I feel like that's based on how much minutes we've given Saka, Emil Smith-Rowe, guys like Martinelli. You got other guys in our under 23s. I think Gabriel's 23, isn't he? Am I mistaken?
I don't know.
Who?
So Gabriel, our center back.
It's 22, I think.
Yeah, so just goes to show you, most of our best players, Kieran Tierney himself, he's turning 24. So we've given so much minutes to young players. We are now up there with the Dortmunds with the amount of minutes we're giving young players. But we have a kid in our academy.
DT.
What?
One of the comment is that DT. So I had to show my face. No, it's not DT.
Yeah, bro, you read the comments too much. Anyways, guys, is this young kid losing the plot for saying he's not going to get game time at Arsenal? Because if we're giving all these young kids game time, what makes him think he's better than them? Like he has to wait his turn.
Because he might be.
What?
Because he might be.
Elaborate, bro. I'm confused.
You never know. Let's see what he does in the Premier League if he gets some game time.
Yo, people calling you what yachty. This is gone mad.
You know he's all gas, isn't it?
Yo, people calling you what yachty right now. This is mad. Nah, bro. They're calling you a troops.
Yeah, one. Yeah, man, Kankara.
Oh my god, guys! These guys have gone too far.
When I talk like this, I'm putting on the act. Nah, I've been talking like this for over like 10 years, bro. Now me, man.
You see the Saliba thing, yeah? Have you spoken about that?
Nah, let's get on to it. Let's move on from the Balogun thing because clearly none of you guys are having it.
The Saliba thing, yeah. Like, if you look at what Arteta's come out and said, he just wanted to protect one of the biggest assets of his club. Obviously, yes, we made a mistake by mismanaging the loan, whatever's happened. Whether it was Arsenal not getting the paperwork through in time or St. Etienne not getting it through on time, yes, that's done. But the reason why he didn't want to actually put him in the team is he, over the last 2 seasons, since he broke through, which was the season before last season, he didn't play enough games. He got injured and he played about 16 games. Then the following season, he got injured again and only had about 16 games in that season. Everyone's comparing it to Fofana at Leicester. Listen, Arsenal and Leicester, yes, Leicester did better, but you can't assess both situations the same. Leicester looked at Fofana and thought, yes, we'll bring him in. He's a good prospect. We're willing to pay him. Fofana has made mistakes this season as well. But those things won't be in the limelight as much as it will be for Saliba coming into Arsenal. Because with our fans, we're so toxic. We're the same fans who, if Saliba comes in and made mistakes, the same fans that's going to get that on his back. And Arteta just don't want to ruin his confidence. He feels it's better for him to go out on loan this season, get a full, well, not even full because it's after season now, get some games on his belt, regain his confidence, try and stay fit, and then join us back in pre-season. But fans want to see it the way they want to see it and see it like he doesn't like the kid. There's no reason for him to not like the kid.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. Do you believe people want Arteta out because he didn't play Saliba? They're like, because you're not playing Saliba, I want you sacked. Because you signed Pablo Mari, I want you sacked. Because we lost 2 games in a row, I want you sacked.
A couple of weeks ago.
Who?
I don't know who. I'm asking who was.
A lot of them.
Everyone who's Arteta out is still Arteta out. They're just undercover. They're hiding.
Yeah, they've gone suddenly quiet like them Chelsea.
They've gone zip. But you know what? The people who are the loudest and drum the beat to their drum get noticed. Like I know a lot of people on what do you call it? Obviously want Steve Bruce out, but is it polarizing? As polarizing as Lampard or as polarizing as Oli out?
Well, obviously it's not in the limelight as much because we're not like spot like talk about as other clubs are, but yeah, I think probably like 99% of our fan base wants them out, wants Bruce out.
Yeah, man. People that comment was too funny, bro. Honestly. Oh.
I'm sorry, Kendall. You're saying?
That's all right.
I have to change my YouTube name to Ginger Yardy now.
Nah. Yeah.
No, I was just saying, like, yeah, like 99% of our fan base is definitely Steve Bruce out, I think, but obviously just doesn't get as much like airtime as like obviously other clubs who are like the traditional big six, if you will. Like, it just doesn't get as much airtime as that because the for some reason the media love Steve Bruce, like, and they just don't let anything negative be said about him. So
Yeah, no, I completely get you.
Hey, these comments are killing me, bro.
Honestly, I'm not surprised that anybody is backing a manager or out a manager, because we're so reactionary as fans that it just takes 2 losses for somebody to say, I want this manager out. It takes 2 wins for them to be like, oh, he might be turning it around. But at the end of the day, once you pick your side, you don't turn back. Like, I never see somebody say, I'm Arteta out today, and then tomorrow say they're back to backing him. It's either you're out or you're in, and you can't be in the middle. Where Kesh, I feel like you're more in the middle. You're not really out or in.
No, I'm not out. The thing is, it got so toxic where I'm back in Arteta. Listen, I believe in Arteta in the long term. As I said, I went into the season, I didn't have much expectations. I knew he's a new manager learning and there's going to be ups and downs, but it was getting so bad the way fans were starting to turn on him, and I thought it's better for him to just leave the club. Like, he can go and get another job somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Egal, bring that. Sorry, bring that Andrew Murphy.
Let me just read this. Stripper says, okay, chat, pick your best all time 4-4-2-11, I'm assuming. I think every single person here would have a different team if we did that. But, right? If I were to just go all-time Premier League 11, best goalkeeper, for me, it's between Edwin van der Sar or Petr Cech. Do you guys disagree?
Petr
Cech?
depend. Yeah, I was going to say depends, like, when you've watched football, obviously, because
Yeah,
we're all roughly about the same age, so it'll be all right.
I mean, Peter Schmeichel, sorry. There's loads
Peter
of people.
Schmeichel
Like,
also.
depends on what era you want to start it from.
Okay, Peter Schmeichel, Petr Cech, and Van der Sar. Who else?
Seemingly
no,
all right.
no way. I'm putting that Man City guy, who's now at Spurs.
No, at Spurs.
Okay. Nah, for me, it's gonna be. Okay, I'll put Petr Cech back 4. I'll put. Okay, Ashley Cole.
Like Ashley Cole, Lampard. Like,
no, Ashley Cole, left back, right back. I'll put.
We could be here for time ago, but we're gonna be disagreeing.
Let's put Neville. I'm gonna put Terry and Ferdinand, or no, Terry and Vidic.
Noah's played in the Premier League, bro.
Terry and Vidic, midfield Lampard, Scholes, and Lampard, Scholes, and then I'm gonna do Gerrard, Scholes, and what's it called, Vieira, and then attacking 3. I'm gonna go Ronaldo, Henry, and Rooney.
Can't put Vieira in there. 4-4-2.
You're doing 4-3-3. It's a 4-4-2.
4-4-2. Okay, so then I'll change it. I'll go Vieira and Scholes with. I'll play Gerrard on. No, you can play Scholes on the right.
He's not a right winger. He's not a right winger.
Right wing in Europe. Okay, guys, this has gone too far.
You got mold it.
I've lost the plot. I absolutely lost the plot, guys. I don't know what's going on. My head's gone. Yo, last night, my head was gone. You know why? My childhood was ruined last night.
Vieira.
Did you guys see my tweets last night? I was reading something on the internet. Next thing you know, it came up that Fairly Odd Parents was actually the kid was on antidepressants, and each Fairly Odd Parent was one of the drugs they do take to be on antidepressants. I'm like, what? Life was ruined at that point. Well, yeah. You see, when I'm not trying to be funny, I'm funny. When I'm trying to be funny, I'm not funny. That's how it is. Moving on up. Okay, guys in the comments are more funny than me. Let's keep it moving. What are you guys saying?
Oh my lord!
What the hell is this guy?
That cat was.
That's why.
Okay, what is Danny saying? I'm not even reading these, so if anything messed up pops up.
Question for the panel: why do most fans pundits act as if football was decided in the early 90s and that's it? It didn't exist before. We talk about Premier League.
Yeah, because Premier League obviously started in the 90s, so. And not one of us was born before that.
Technically, I was
No,
born.
Gal
I was
wasn't even
born in
born
91.
1990.
I was 93. I was born the year it actually. I was actually born like 2 weeks after the first season finished.
Yo, what the hell is this guy talking about? Drive-by
I don't
shooting.
know.
Egal
Bro, you
drive
don't
by.
even,
Bruv, shut
Why
up.
is like
Snoop
a
Dogg.
million and one fake celebrities in the
Man
comments?
said
Is Mark
Snoop
the
Dogg,
Duke?
bruv. Man said Snoop,
Jaden
like
Sancho.
the
So
real
weird.
Snoop Dogg is gonna come on this and then go
okay, look at
drive
this.
by
Look at this.
shooting that because like Snoop Dogg really knows
This
what
guy has
football
put this
really
comment
is.
in here over 17 times. So let's for
I've
once
not seen it.
actually, like, what do you Kendall, he's calling me a B-Tech Pepper. He's calling me a B-Tech Troops.
Who's
He's calling me
Pippa?
Celeste.
Hip hop
Pepper is
Arsenal.
the black girl from AFTV.
Oh,
What, like, in terms of, like, I am a B-Tech Pippa because I am the only girl, or, like, they think I look like her because I think that is a bit of a reach. Like, not gonna lie. I can understand the whole, like, being a girl on the panel, but I mean...
Oh man,
You know.
I think he just wanted his comment read out. So there you go. Congratulations.
Trust me,
And now be a little bit nicer to us. Man in the top left is just waffling. That's me.
Yeah, because the other one talked about fairly odd parents.
Oh no, yeah. No, you don't even know what I'm talking about. So of course I'm waffling. Then you got my guy. Go check out his channel. What do you call it? Egal, nice man, but you're diluted just like Ty. You spelled Ty wrong.
like TV.
Like TV.
I thought he meant Ty, but I think he
I
is
think
V
he
and
He meant Ty. Definitely Ty.
no. But the thing is, Y and V are nowhere near each other on the keyboard for me.
Might have been an auto.
Oh,
It
yo,
might be-
thanks guys, appreciate it. And yo, you know what's weird about YouTube? You'll have people with fake DT accounts, fake League Gunna accounts, fake accounts of all these other people. Like the other day, I seen Troops in Monsters video, and I checked, and it's not the real Troops. I was like, what the hell's going on here? And everyone's responding to their things. I think people just like their voice heard, so they make fake accounts, like big people's accounts, and they know if that person tweets, they're gonna have a response. Some weird stuff. Okay, now people are talking about Raptors are the Newcastle. Okay, you guys don't know I'm a Raptors fan, so obviously they're gonna make fun of me about that too now. And Raptors are doing worse than Arsenal. I don't know how you can be doing worse than Arsenal, but it makes no sense. That's what's bad about other sports. You could win the league and you could be shit the next year. In the Premier League, you can't win the league one year and next year get relegated. That's just not possible.
Well,
No.
it's not possible, but it can't. Well, it is possible, but
Yeah, but it's not likely.
yeah.
No,
That
but
was it.
imagine if Newcastle, instead of getting relegated, you were never relegated, but you got the best prospect. So, for example, if Newcastle finished the bottom of the bottom, you guys end up getting Greenwood.
How does that work though? Like that's what is that so like it keeps it competitive, so it's not
MLS,
like
that's what they do.
yeah, like that's what, because so everyone's got like access to like the best players.
Yeah, because
so,
the
like,
leagues
that's actually
don't have
good.
relegation.
I get that, but like I don't get the concept because it's a bit like wild. Like why would you be crap and get the best people?
Guys, hi.
But
It's supposed to be comparative.
I do get it. So it is like so everyone gets a fair chance to get and stuff. I think that's actually really good.
And there's also salary caps. So the Newcastle can only spend the same amount of money as Man United and Man City.
Yeah.
So every team can only spend the same amount of money. So it's not like one team can, and they do that so people don't go bankrupt, because sports teams in North America, they're ridiculous. They just do stupid stuff and they go bankrupt every month.
Yeah.
They should do that for like League 2 and League 1 so they don't go bankrupt. Until you get promoted, you have a wage cap. Don't they do that? They do that in Football Manager, but that's not really realistic, right? Yo, Kesh is in another world. Cam, you look like you're freezing.
I'm not freezing, bro. I'm not even cold. I'm actually quite hot,
You're
bro.
doing this. You're literally doing
I've got 2 jumpers on. I've got this on. What it is, because I came in, because I went out for a cigarette before this, innit? And I came in and I just didn't take my what is this called, dressing gown off.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Big up to everybody. Final thing. Let's just do the score predictions one time. So, Kesh, you said 2-0.
Yep.
Kendall, you said 2-1.
Yeah.
Cam.
if we put out that dead lineup, then we're gonna lose 2-0. But if we put out a decent lineup, depending on who it is, realistically maybe 1-0.
Wow, he's signing Fenerbahce in a 3.5-year deal.
He signed, yeah.
Apparently.
It's done?
Apparently he's in Germany just waiting to go over or something like that.
That's massive. That's massive. That's massive. Wow. You know what?
I hope he smashes it. I really do. I hope he smashes it. I hope he enjoys like end of his career now, I guess. So
yeah, definitely do. But yeah, honestly, Kendall, appreciate it for coming on. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Hopefully Arsenal win. I'm going for I'm going to go for a 3-1 Arsenal victory. I feel like you guys are going to score and we're going to get a bunch of goals also. So 3-1. And Cam, Cam, you never said your prediction. What was it?
I said if we put out a dead team that we played before Chelsea, then we're gonna lose 2-0. But if he puts out a half decent squad, then maybe a 1-0 win Arsenal.
Yeah. So Kendall, what's your channel?
Just Kendall Rowan. I'm Kendall Rowan on everything. So if you ever search Kendall Rowan, I'll just come up. On anything, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, you'll find me somewhere.
There you go. And Cam, tell the people where they can catch you.
You can catch me on Twitter, CamZ with 3Ys24. And obviously every Monday night at 9 p.m. over on Sarcasm City, Gunners Talk. Hold a show there for all the Arsenal fans. So yeah.
There you go. And my guy Kesh04, just at home on Twitter right now. You're doing your thing. What are you putting up comments for?
No, because I just don't understand what does that even mean?
The comment you put up, first comment, I was like, what? What is this guy doing?
Kesh Kimmy Head.
I don't understand because the person's called Kimmy Head.
You fancy people. Remember it.
I think like they want to marry her, so they're trying to say like that's going to be a surname, like Kesh Kimmy Head.
Not me, mate. Sorry.
Now people have gone too far. Guys, even on OnlyFans, like chill. Yo, okay, this is how you know.
I'm not joking, right? This is how embarrassing it is. If you type in Kendall Rowan just on YouTube, the first thing that comes up is Kendall Rowan OnlyFans.
Swear down.
Swear to God.
What, did someone create that?
People have searched it like that. Like that is the most searched
as in
thing
the
against
search bar, like the first thing that comes up on
the
the search bar is Kendall.
my name. Yeah.
Swear down.
Come on, man. Do you know what it is? Yeah. Why does people out there actually think every pretty girl has an OnlyFans?
Well, I never will. I am a mother, guys. I am not going to.
Why can't she just let her live her life?
Imagine like not that I knock OnlyFans at all. If it makes mint money, I just personally wouldn't do it. That's that.
Because you got morals.
Well, I wouldn't put it that way. Because obviously I don't want to offend anyone who does it, but I just don't want my daughter to be going to school and
then you get in.
Like, your mum's on OnlyFans. Like, no, like that's just. I don't know. I just don't.
But that's what I'm saying, though. For me, that's just your own conscious morals, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your own conscious morals. Like, I don't feel like I can't remember what it was the other day. Someone named their kids superpower something. Yeah, it's a celebrity as well. I'm thinking. See,
the celebrities don't need to worry because they'll never get bullied at school. But like,
why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. It's crazy.
What about that? What's that guy who he called his child XO12 to the power of like something crazy?
Oh, Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. That guy. He's lost it, bro. The guy literally.
Yeah, but they said it was pronounced something stupid like Alex or something. Like that's what they said. They said it was like it wasn't Alex, but it was like it made a name like Shay or something.
Listen, I'm scared.
He's living in another time, man. He's living in the year 2070. You know what I mean?
I have no idea.
He's literally living in another dimension, bro.
You know those people. There's people like, or they're ready for like when things go everything electronic. He's one of those people. He's
already there.
All his electronics, everything sorted. Put him in the corner. So in case of a flood happens, it's in his basement. and it's not in his basement. It's in his upper garage. Now I'm definitely waffling. I'm definitely gonna end this. Big up to you people watching. Big up to all the people. We're up to almost 300 people at one point. I don't know how this happened. Honestly, I'm gonna say it's all Kendall, not me, because everyone loves Kendall, not me, clearly. And you know what? If you want, you can come on the match review. We usually do a match
Yeah,
review.
depends if we get pammed. I'll not be on if we get pammed. I'll be nowhere to be found. But if it's not too bad, it's only like 2-1, and like if we win, then yeah, I'll come on. If it's like 5-0, I'll be like, no.
If we win, then 100% come on.
Yeah,
I'll
if
go.
it's like 5-0, I'll be like, bye. No,
Listen,
I'm no one
if you win, you don't even have to come on, because there's gonna be so much people already on here slating me that there might not even be room. Like, the moment we lose, I'm gonna see Jem in here. I'm gonna be seeing O'Shea in here. I'm gonna
just
be
don't
seeing.
let them in. You've got the control. Don't let them in.
You got control, bro.
Nah, you know what it is.
That's what I said in the group chat the other day. I said, when Arsenal's losing, you lot are quick to be on the terrace, but when we're winning,
when Chelsea's losing, where are you guys? Jem, where are you when Chelsea lose?
Thing is, when we're losing, we're heavyweight. We get goals anyway. We don't hide. We don't hide. Cam as well. We don't hide. So
No,
no. I'm saying
If I
no.
remember
You
when
know
you
what Terry
came
said
on,
to me the other day, though. You know,
Midnight
my man
Vibes.
said, apparently he doesn't get my number because he knows the chaos that he's gonna cause when he comes on.
Who?
Terry, innit?
Don't get who on.
Gem on.
Oh. Yeah, man. I don't hide. You got to take it on the chin, innit? If you give the back, you got to take it.
Go to her ground as a rival before.
Uber Eats, obviously, you're pagan. You know why you're pagan? You was late with my McDonald's.
Okay.
Yeah, just end it now, because it's just getting weird about this.
Yeah.
My McDonald's and he has
What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen. EGTV, you already know. And if you're on your phone, it's even easier. Press that like button for me. And you know what?